All right, greetings, ones and fellows, all of Wotiv enjoyers. It's time to talk about Oberon, the Auspicious. And I know, as a JP player, this unit has already been out for a little bit. Most people have already kind of decided whether or not they want it, but I'm just going to throw my content out there for completion's sake, because I don't know, it's what I do. I guess I should cover this unit because he is a handsome devil, right? Yeah, Oberon is still one of my more favorite votive designed characters, and I don't mean like including Verituses, because they are, as far as I'm considered, FFE units more than they are votive units, which is, you know, a technicality, but hey, whatever. But as a JP player, I was kind of interested in this unit before he was released, and I feel like I kind of owe it both to myself and others just to essentially just make the video. So let's take a look here at the votive calc data, since we can't get him on JP. And whether or not he shows up on JP is a question mark. So first off, Purple Dragon Talon. Nice katana. Looks pretty good. Cool design. Almost just want it in the game. Like, always weapon skins are just cool to me because it gives a little more customization to a bunch of different characters, and then maybe you can just, I don't know, I just really always like customization options. Fashion motive, what you gonna do? Taking a look for him, accuracy / resistance, magic resistance, and / attack, all that's generally pretty good. Like, how do I say this? I don't think that anything here is bad. Accuracy is kind of interesting. / attack is generally strong. It feels a little restrained in terms of its design, which is kind of surprising. And now we get to Oberon, the character who, yeah, I mean, like, I like the, I want to just also go on record as saying I like the design of this unit. Obviously, Year of the Dragon means a lot to me. I love dragons. I love dragon-themed stuff. It's always super, super cool. Fire Elemental character. JP hasn't had a Fire Elemental character since Soul, and that's for quite a long time. So 100 cost, limited, 3 move, 2 jump. Dragoon, and Paladin, which is interesting to me because this week we essentially have Fang coming out, a 90 cost limited character of the Thunder element that is 3 move, 2 jump, but has High Dragoon and Operative. And I do want to talk about this in just a second. Even though Fang's not out yet, I put a pin in it. So Katana, armor, helmet, accessories, all that's pretty nice. Blessed Dragon's Hairpin. Switch back and forth between Dragoon and Dragon, and it drives me nuts. 314 HP, 62 attack, 8 defense, 11 accuracy. Nice piece of equipment. Position for posterity. Decrease AP by 25 for 3 turns for allies. Restore AP by 10. Human killer by 25 for physical attacks. I honestly think that this TMR looks really, really juicy. I mean, the AP consumption down for multiple allies is just really strong. Restoring 10 AP for allies is also really good, excuse me. And increasing human killer is good for any physical unit that is not fighting like an off-physical or non-human type enemy, which isn't too terribly much for arena and whatnot. So what I think is the Blessed Dragon's Hairpin is pretty great, and I would actually really love to get my hands on it. Now, obviously for JP, that's a little bit difficult now, but anyway. Master ability AoE resistance, as well as Dream ability giving attack, healing power, and Blessed Dragon's Blitz. Looking into his kit, though, this is where I start getting problems. Paladin effectively feels very, very old at this point. I don't think you ever really want Taunting Blade too much. Immortal Spirit is nice, but I like put a pin in that one as well. As for Dragoon, Dragoon can give Protect, which gives definite nice things that I think that he would benefit from. Decreasing Bravery, moving Jump, and move and jump up is kind of eh. Jump attacks in general just aren't super strong here because Dragoon has always had these issues, and it's only gotten worse over time. So you look at this, Paladin doesn't bring too much to his kit, neither does Dragoon. Looking at Blade of the Dawn, decrease in agility for targets and move and jump up are also pretty lackluster. I have to say that all of the subs here feel pretty meh to me. Like Dragoon, you're either using it for the buff here to get Protect and what comes with Protect. Paladin, you're just using for Immortal Spirit, maybe a few other things, but that's essentially it. So his main kit has to do a lot of heavy lifting, and as with a lot of units nowadays, the newer units, as of the 4th anniversary, are all based around something. Like they are preventing like destruction of barriers, or prevention of re-raise removal, or Immortal Spirit removal, or, you know, AoE defense shred. There are so many things that so many different units can do, and this unit doesn't have it. For all intents and purposes, Oberon feels like a unit that should have come out 1, if not maybe 2 years ago, because he's missing so many things that modern units have. Take a look at his kit. When casting ability, also cast Dragonic Launch for 1 turn, 121. Dragonic Launch, or Dragonic Slash, whatever, is an extra hit. Sure, okay, seems fine, but Asterisk was doing that. Draconic Meridian, autocast HP recovery at below 50% for self, 30% of the damage done, grants auto restore 5%. Now, if he dies, you're just not getting anything out of this ability. Auto restore is a good thing, but again, probably a year ago we've seen this on Blessed Dragon's Edge. Automatically cast a secondary ability, decrease / resistance penetration, decrease magic attack resistance penetration. This is a nice ability in terms of up-powering other units, and it's okay. Taking a look as it goes increased multiple times, decrease AoE resistance by 30, dispel all buffs, dispel physical damage reduction, magical damage reduction, 165, automatically cast the Blessed Dragon's Auspice, which is this one, increase / resistance and magic resistance. Fine, it's all fine. The thing here, though, that like AoE just down as opposed to a percentage is just way worse. The Dispel is great. It is an incredibly short range on this attack, and decreasing / attack resistance penetration, magic attack resistance penetration is great because it powers up 2 damage types that he's good at, but also, I mean, there's just a chance that this doesn't work out and you get nailed by the opponent before really benefiting from it. Again, Unerring Ending, decrease / attack by a factor of 60, that's better. 100% hit chance, that's nice, but very short range on this ability. Dragonic Providence reduces damage and single target resistance. Increases single target resistance, which is fine. Also works for allies, which is kind of nice. Decimation, Dispel Protect, increased defense penetration by 40, absorbs 30% of the damage done, which one of his abilities kind of gave him that already, but he has access to this constantly. Like, looking across Oberon's main and sub part of his kits is, I don't know, it doesn't feel impressive just from the numbers at all. Like, his kit feels very dated for a unit that just came out. He doesn't have an ability that casts 100 million things like a lot of 4th year units does. He isn't working to necessarily protect anything in particular, and I don't know, I wonder when this unit was designed, if this was designed before the merger, and because units are usually designed pretty well ahead of time, and then after the merger they just said, whatever, we're not going to update it too terribly much, and we'll just release it as it. I don't know, there might be more here. Of course, sometimes units perform better for specific metas as well as just with certain equipment and whatnot. But honestly, I look at this kit and think that it is mediocre for what is currently going on. Even though the TMR looks really, really good, it might be quite a high cost to pay just for that when it feels like the rest of the unit isn't quite getting there. I mean, again, limit burst, big AoE, but you kind of have to put this unit with another unit that's going to be able to effectively decrease AoE resistance better than Oberon can. You're also just hoping that this character doesn't get destroyed by range units, which, again, there's a Water Archer coming out this week on Global. Fist is still really good, and from the JP side, Wind Spear is kind of crazy right now, and I think that he falls really hard to all of these while being generally good at a part of the game, magic and flash, which is maybe kind of just phasing out for a little bit. I don't know, Oberon feels like he's arriving at a really weird time. You look at him potentially being able to absorb a lot of damage, and maybe it does get there, but Fire just hasn't gotten many other new units and doesn't seem like it's getting many other units for at least a little bit. The biggest hope is that Fire Veritas will be a big boost for Fire Visit Cool, enough to get it there, but that's a lot of ifs, maybes, and buts. I honestly think as a JP player, while I would love to have Oberon for the TMR, and just because he's a cool dragon flavor unit, he really doesn't quite get there. And yeah, I'm imagining that Fang will completely destroy this unit for an extra 10 cost. So we'll see soon enough. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. See you later.